What's up, YouTube family? So this is part one of God gave us and created everything that we needed in this dystopian hell realm. And if you guys decide that you like this part one and you want a part two, please comment and let me know that you want a part two where I can go more in depth with my analysis. So I'm going to let a video play that I found on the internet, and then I'm going to come back with my commentary and my analysis of it. And you guys let me know what you think, all right?
Let me show you something real quick. Hold on. Let me show you something. Look. Y'all see this? Look at this. Now let me show you. Look at this. Osteoporosis, bone health, blood sugar, urinary tract infection, prevents and treats cancer, prevents iron deficiency, hypertension, boosts immune system. Look at this. Lactation, inflammation and arthritis, harvesting. Let me show you something real quick. Hold on. Let me show you something. Look. Y'all see this? Look at this. Now let me show you. Look at this. Osteoporosis, bone health, blood sugar, urinary tract infection, prevents and treats cancer, prevents iron deficiency, hypertension, boosts immune system. Look at this. Lactation, inflammation and arthritis, harvesting.
This topic, I mean, it's just never ending. We could literally go on forever. And here, just look at the comments that people are saying, God gave us everything. God created the world with everything that we needed and blah, blah, blah. And let's just go through it. I always tell my kids that God gave us everything that we need, or everything that we need. See, the issue here is that most people don't realize there was no reason for you to be created in the first place. So the fact that some entity created you for no rhyme or reason, and this entity created humans without their consent, the least this entity could have done, if it's truly powerful, was create your body to be perfect and without flaw. It makes absolutely no sense for an entity to create your flaw human meat sack that gets sick with diseases and illnesses, colds and coughs, allergies, flus, and all of that, and then turn around and so-called put the cure in nature. And now you have to go searching for the cure, and then you have to create all these remedies, herbal remedies, teas and smoothies and all types of remedies to try to cure yourself. That makes no sense for a true, loving, powerful entity to do. It does make sense for a narcissistic, egotistical, sadistic entity to do, because it's playing a game with you. It's playing a mind game with you. Because the reason why I also say it's a mind game, because not only do you have to go out and fetch and do your research to know what kind of herbs you need for the kind of diseases and illnesses that your body has been susceptible to, but you're going to still die anyways. That's the sickest mind game this cruel, sadistic, evil being could play with you. And because you humans have such low IQs, you're just so unintelligent. I mean, really, you're just stupid. Because I'm not even that smart. And I'm like, what the heck? That don't even make sense. You're so stupid. And it even tells you in the Bible that people perish due to the lack of knowledge. And y'all are so dumb. You can't even make the connection in your head that the God created you to be flawed in the first place. So it giving you a cure does not make it a loving entity. And it does not make this shit worth perpetuating. You know, I always used to ask, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I've asked this question so many times, and I have never had anybody provide me with a sensible, logical reason for this creation. Nobody. Not a scientist, not a pastor, not a preacher, not a mother, not a father. Nobody has been able to answer this question. But we're going to get the answer today, you guys. I just got to keep scrolling. We're going to see the answer today, okay? Let me keep going. Thank you, Jehovah. You're thanking an entity for making you sick. And now making you have to go fetch for your own cure. And how do we even know anything in this book has been tried and tested? How do we even know anything in this book is accurate? This person could have just been pulling shit out of their ass. How do we know it's accurate? Has it been tried? Has it been tested? I mean, I want to read the articles on it. I'd really love to know how these herbs were tried and tested. Here's another comment. Father God made everything we need to heal us here on earth. We just need to wake up. Yeah, you need to wake up. You need to wake up and realize that you would have no need to heal anything had you not been created in the first place. And if you were going to be created, if it was just dire for you to be created, the least this most powerful entity could have done was create you with a flawless meat sack. Okay, I see somebody posted the name of the book, so I'll look for it. And if you guys want me to do a part 2, I will do a part 2. And I'll crack the book open and see what proof does this author even have to begin with for these claims. They got to be somewhere in that book. If my doggies start feeling sick, they will find flowers or plants to eat. God gave us everything we needed. If that was the case, no dog would be sick, ma'am. No dog would be sick. Because guess what? Humans think that we are the most intelligent species, but humans don't know that there's a lot of animals out there who are super, super, super intelligent. And they have evolved to know what their bodies need and what their bodies don't need. And they have evolved to know how to protect themselves in nature. I mean, animals are just amazing, some of the things that I've learned about what animals can do to survive. Because we are playing a survival game here. And that's why these people are just so excited about these herbal remedies that they feel can help keep them longer on earth, because they just want to survive. They feel this loving entity created them with a flawed meat suit that gets sick with diseases, illnesses, allergies, flus, colds, coughs, so on and so forth. I mean, you guys, the list of diseases and illnesses are endless. Endless. And their scientists are still uncovering different diseases and illnesses daily. Daily. There are some diseases out there that it's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It's so goddamn long because they're running out of names. They're running out of syllables to put together. And humans actually believe that a loving entity would put them in this position in the first place, just because it turned around and maybe provided them with a cure in nature. And then still gonna kill you after it created you and made you addicted to this life shit. Humans are not okay, ladies and gentlemen. They are not okay. They are sick in their fucking heads. And listen, I'm no better. I'm no better. When you hear me talking about humans, I am no better. But I know better than this motherfucking shit. I don't have Stockholm Syndrome. I don't love abuse. Somebody is abusive to me, I either ignore you or I become more abusive to you. I don't take abuse. I don't love abuse. I don't revere abuse. I will never, ever accept abuse. Here is the answer to our grand question, you guys. I read a lot of these comments saying that God put everything we need all around us. It is absolutely true. It's all there, but yet some people refuse to believe. God created us to praise Him. Well, why don't y'all look at that? The answer to my question. The answer that I've been searching high and low for all these years. This genius just answered it. We were put here to praise this lovely entity. Wow. Wow. I'm sure if I were to speak to a Christian or to somebody who says they believe in a God and they believe that God created us and placed us on this hellscape to praise and worship it. And I would ask them, why would God need worship? And they'll turn around and say, because God created all of this. Look at the world. Look around you. Look at the oceans, the mountains, the trees, the butterflies. Look at nature, how nature has all of our needs, all of our food, all of our herbal remedies to help cure our bodies. And I would say, yeah, but if it didn't create anything in the first place, there would be no need for anything. Why would I praise you for creating something that you felt you wanted to create just to gain some recognition and praise for it? It's like if I were to walk in an art gallery and the artist is standing next to their creation and I walk past it because I'm not impressed. And the artist is just so offended. Like, how dare you not be in awe of my creation? And to me, when I look at it, I see all kinds of flaws within this creation. And I don't think it's worth any praise or recognition. And I don't think it's worth a damn penny. And the artist is just like, how dare you not? How dare you not? Listen, you created your art for yourself and for your own free will, and now you want to put it on display because you want recognition for it. But if I'm not impressed by it, then you should not feel any type of way about it, because I'm not impressed. I see the flaws in your creation. That's the same way I feel about this creator, this entity. I see the flaws in your creation, and I don't think it's worth any motherfucking praise at all. Maybe to people who want to wear rose-colored glasses are impressed. Maybe to the people who are just fearful of the wrath of this malicious, evil, sadistic, parasitic energy vampire. They're scared of the wrath of this entity. So they have no choice but to go along with the program. But me, I'm not impressed. Especially if it's supposed to be all powerful. I'm not impressed enough to worship it. I'm not. You don't turn around and make somebody ill and then give them a cure and now expect them to bow down to you and kiss your ass. That's sick. That's evil. Pure evil. Just imagine you go to the doctor's office for a regular checkup. And the doctor says, you know what, I'm just going to give you this vaccine, this shot. It's going to make you feel energetic. Or whatever. Some people don't. Majority of people that I know, that I've spoken to, because remember, I used to sell health insurance. They don't even know what their doctor is doing. They don't know what vaccines their doctor is giving them. They don't know what's in the prescriptions that the doctor is giving them. They don't know shit. They don't ask questions. They just take the doctor's word for it. So what I'm saying here is not so unrealistic. It's very realistic. Say, for example, you go to the doctor's office and the doctor just decides that they're going to give you a shot. They're going to inject you with something. You have no idea what it is. The doctor doesn't give you any rhyme or reason. The doctor doesn't even ask you. The doctor tells you they're going to give you this shot. And you go along with it because you're an idiot. I'm not saying my audience per se, but I'm just for an example. You go home, you start feeling sick after a couple of days. You call the doctor. And the doctor says, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, my bad. I injected you with a vial of an STD I had in the office. But I just got the cure. Why don't you come on in and get the cure for it? I just wanted to test you. Just wanted to run some tests on you. Come on back and get the cure. And then once you get the cure, I want you to go on Google and give me some good reviews for my excellent service and let people know how much I cured you. Praise me, worship me." That's literally what you God maggots are saying. That would be acceptable because the doctor turned around and gave you a cure. And then you have people that say, well, that's not the same because God is God and God doesn't need a reason to do what he does. Stockholm Syndrome. You are mentally disturbed in your head if you think that is love, and if you think that is worth praise and worship. I'm not even saying you got to have contempt for this entity. I'm not telling you to hate this entity. What I'm saying is stop perpetuating this entity's narcissistic supply, which is obviously life. This egotistical maniac is obviously getting some kind of energy, be it negative or positive, it doesn't even matter. It's getting some kind of pull of energy, like an energetic vampire, from life. So I'm not even saying to hate this entity or resent this entity. You're here already. So all those emotions won't do much for you. But cut the supply. Cut it. Say no. No more. You don't get to keep playing this game for generation upon generation upon generation. You don't get to do that. No. Sorry, I'm not going to allow you to use me. Because I see a lot of people too, they say, God's using you. Get away from me, you energy vampire. Get back. Get back. I do not give you consent to motherfucking use me. I don't give you consent. Back up. But y'all so dumb. These normies, let me stop saying y'all because my audience is not normies. The people who really need to see this video aren't going to see it, unfortunately. Unless by some miracle, this video goes viral. It needs to go viral. Because people need to wake up from their God delusion. It's really, really, really disturbing. It's disturbing. And I don't want to make this video too long because I know that people have short attention spans, unfortunately. People have seen generation after generation after generation of people in their family suffer. I will give you, I'll use myself as an example. I see my grandparents suffer and pass away. And my grandma was such a sweet woman. And the way she suffered before she passed away made me realize that being a good person in this world means nothing. Nothing. And my grandmother, who was evil to us, died in hospice, but she didn't really suffer that much. She had something wrong with her eye, and that's about as far as her suffering went. And she just simply closed her eyes and she was gone. So that made me realize very, very, very young that being good in this world does not reap the good benefits that these spiritual gurus want to tell you it does. They'll tell you if you walk in love and light and you're positive and you have good thoughts and you repeat affirmations to yourself and blah, 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 that your life will just be peaceful and you'll be walking on clouds. And it's not true. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Now, I don't know what my grandmother did when she was young. I don't know what she did when she was growing up. I wasn't there. But what I saw was that my grandmother was a good woman, good person. She treated everybody with love and care. She loved to bake. She'd make these jam patties for us. But my grandmother, who treated us absolutely horrible, who used to lie on us so that we can get whoopings, did not suffer much. In her deathbed, I don't know what she suffered through in life, but I'm talking about before somebody says goodbye to the world. Now I see my parents suffering with all kinds of high blood pressure and diabetes and fibromyalgia and arthritis and all of these different elements. And it's just a continuous cycle. And trust me, we are Caribbean. We have tried all type of herbal remedies that you can think of. That's why I'm really curious about this book, because I want to know what's in this book that we haven't tried. And none of the herbal remedies have done anything. Yeah, my mom might go to the doctor after she drank some neem tea for 2 weeks, and her blood pressure may be down 2 points or 3 points, but nothing major. Nothing major. Not enough to call it a cure. But what people need to realize is that if you weren't created in the first place with your body to be susceptible to all kinds of diseases and illnesses, you would not need a cure. You would not need to go fetching for herbal remedies and herbal teas. You would not need to go to the doctor. You would not need to take prescriptions. Hell, you wouldn't even need surgery. Doctors would be something that it's literally just probably non-existent. If you were really dealing with a real powerful, loving entity. So people need to wake up and realize that this entity is not loving at all. Can it be loving? Can it be loving? Maybe. Maybe. But I wouldn't say that its whole personality is love. It definitely has some diabolical characteristics about it. So that's why I say it's not worth hating this entity or having resentment towards this entity. But you got to be able to face this entity and tell it no more. Whatever it is that you're doing here, whatever your mysterious purpose is, whatever it is that you were trying to accomplish, I can see with my own two eyes that it is evil, whatever it is that you are doing here. And if your intent wasn't for it to be evil, then you are failing miserably. Therefore, I am going to end my bloodline and end your supply and end whatever it is that you thought you were doing. Good day. Bye-bye. And before you rest in peace, you declare that this entity has no say-so over your body, no say-so over your spirit if it exists. And I declare that my body is going to just be in non-existence forever. All right, I'm out.